The U.S. Navy's Arleigh Burke-class guided missile destroyer, USS John Finn, accompanied by the Pathfinder-class oceanographic survey vessel, USNS Mary Sears, sailed through the Taiwan Strait. U.S. 7th Fleet said in a statement, USS John Finn, DDG-113, and Pathfinder-class survey ship USNS Mary Sears, T-AGS 65, conducted a routine Taiwan Strait transit January 16th to 17th local time, through waters where high seas freedoms of navigation and overflight apply in accordance with international law. The ships transited through a corridor in the strait that is beyond the territorial sea of any coastal state. It added, the transit through the Taiwan Strait demonstrates the United States' commitment to upholding freedom of navigation for all nations as a principle. The international community's navigational rights and freedoms in the Taiwan Strait should not be limited. The United States rejects any assertion of sovereignty or jurisdiction that is inconsistent with freedoms of navigation, overflight, and other lawful uses of the sea and air. In this video, Defense Updates analyzes how USS John Finn busted China's claims on the Taiwan Strait. Before we proceed, a word on NordVPN, which is one of the most trusted and fastest VPN brand that has a no-log policy validated by Deloitte. NordVPN provides a 256-bit encrypted tunnel that protects your privacy and also enables you to access contents that are blocked based on geolocation. Its threat protection system helps you avoid phishing, scams, and malware. NordVPN application is available for all the major platforms as well as browsers. Get an exclusive NordVPN deal with massive saving by going to nordvpn.com/defense or clicking the link in the description. It's risk-free with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. Under established principles of international maritime law, sea areas lying beyond the 12 nautical mile territorial limits of both China and Taiwan are classified as international waters and are open to free navigation, including by naval vessels. Beijing, however, challenges this interpretation, arguing that its overarching claim to Taiwan grants it authority over the entire Taiwan Strait. China regards the self-governing island as a renegade province that must ultimately be brought under mainland control, reserving the option of using force to achieve that objective. This position is categorically rejected by Taiwan's democratically elected authorities and by the overwhelming majority of the island's population. As a result, Taiwan continues to stand as the most politically charged and strategically sensitive flashpoint in relations between the United States and China, since the U.S. opposes any attempts of forceful takeover. Geographically, the Taiwan Strait acts as a 100 miles, 160 kilometers, wide conduit connecting the South China Sea to the south with the East China Sea to the north. It's a critical artery for global commerce, with a significant percentage of world trade passing through, affecting Japan, South Korea, and China. The strait is also a defensive barrier for Taiwan and a key part of the first island chain, crucial for U.S. naval projection and containment of China in the Indo-Pacific. USS John Finn is a Flight 2A variant of the Arleigh Burke-class guided missile destroyer, a class that ranks among the largest and most capable destroyers ever constructed for the U.S. Navy. Ships of this class are designed to operate as multi-role combatants rather than single-mission platforms. The vessel measures approximately 155 meters in length and displaces close to 8,800 tons when fully loaded. It is capable of reaching speeds of around 55 kilometers per hour, about 34 miles per hour, and has an operational range of roughly 8,100 kilometers, around 5,030 miles, allowing it to sustain long deployments far from home ports. Like other Arleigh Burke-class warships, USS John Finn is engineered to conduct a wide spectrum of naval operations. Its mission set includes air defense, anti-submarine warfare, and anti-surface combat, enabling it to counter threats across multiple domains and operate effectively in both independent and task force roles. The ships of this class are equipped with an Aegis combat system. John Finn possesses a multitude of powerful sensors like AN-SPY-1D radar, ANSQS-53C sonar array, and ANSQR-19 tactical towed array sonar. It is also able to communicate with external sources, such as satellites or aircraft through Link 16. With Link 16, military aircraft as well as ships and ground forces can exchange their tactical picture in near real time. Link 16 also supports the exchange of text messages and imagery data and provides two channels of digital voice, 2.4 kilobits per second or 16 kilobits per second in any combination. John Finn is one of the most well-armed destroyers in the world. The warship has in total 96-cell Mark 41 vertical launch system, VLS, divided into two blocks of 32 and 64 cells. These cells can be loaded with a variety of surface-to-air and surface-to-surface missiles, including Standard Missile, SM series, Evolved Sea Sparrow missiles, ESSM, and Tomahawk types. It is equipped with optical dazzling interdictor, Navy, Odin. Subsurface threats are countered through two Mark 32 triple torpedo launchers, which can deploy Mark 46, Mark 50, or Mark 54 lightweight torpedoes against hostile submarines. This provides the destroyer with an effective close to medium-range anti-submarine capability. The ship's aviation facilities include a flight deck and twin hangars, enabling sustained operations with up to two MH-60 Seahawk helicopters. These aircraft significantly enhance the vessel's operational envelope, supporting missions such as anti-submarine warfare, maritime surveillance, and over-the-horizon targeting. For surface combat and land attack missions, the destroyer is equipped with a modernized 5-inch naval gun. Defensive systems include a 20mm phalanx close-in weapon system, CIWS, designed to defeat incoming missiles and aircraft at short range. Additional close-in protection is provided by two 25mm Mk-38 gun mounts and four 12.7mm 50-caliber heavy machine guns, ensuring layered defense against small surface threats and asymmetric attacks. U.S. Navy has been conducting FONOPs in the South China Sea regularly for several years, and this policy is being continued by the Trump administration. This is the fourth time during U.S. President Donald Trump's second term that a U.S. warship has sailed through the Taiwan Strait. The Chinese military on its official WeChat account said it monitored the transit. China's People's Liberation Army Eastern Theater Command spokesman Xu Chenghua said that the command's troops would remain on high alert at all times, resolutely defend national sovereignty and security, and maintain regional peace and stability. China has sought to assert control by unilaterally demanding that all ships and aircraft operating in contested areas provide identification to the People's Liberation Army. In recent years, the Chinese Navy has repeatedly harassed vessels belonging to smaller regional states, including Vietnam, as part of its efforts to enforce these claims. Beijing has also routinely used naval and air exercises around the Taiwan Strait as a means of pressuring and intimidating Taipei. Such tactics, however, have proven far less effective when directed at U.S. Navy surface combatants, particularly Arleigh Burke-class guided missile destroyers. Chinese military planners are well aware that even a single Arleigh Burke-class destroyer represents a formidable combat platform capable of delivering substantial damage. These ships are among the most reliable assets in the U.S. fleet, with weapon systems that have been refined over decades and validated through extensive operational experience. In this context, Beijing has avoided direct confrontation. Had China been willing to escalate, it could have attempted to challenge vessels such as USS John Finn, either by direct engagement or by physically obstructing its transit with Chinese warships. The absence of such actions underscores the risks Chinese commanders associate with confronting a heavily armed and combat-proven U.S. destroyer.